I don't know what's real right now, and I don't know what's a trick. Now, the plot for Oculus is pretty simple. Brother and sister try to destroy a haunted mirror that they believe was the cause of their traumatizing childhood. Everything else about Oculus is a freaking mind game. Oh my god, you guys, did this movie toy with my freaking psyche. I had a hard time believing what was real and what was a trick, and I love that. I was absorbed into this movie. Not only was the movie playing tricks on its characters, but it played serious mind games with me, you guys. This movie freaking messed with my mind on so many ways. I was like, what is freaking real? What is a trick? There were times in the theater where I didn't think I was alone, and I was alone. Matter of fact, I was the only person in the theater when I went and saw this movie, you guys. As for the cast and the actors, I thought everyone in this movie was fantastic. I thought they really owned themselves and really brought a lot to the role. Karen Gillan, who does a pretty good American accent in this film. I will admit, it kind of slipped up from time to time, but she gives some really long dialogue sequences. She was definitely a character who did her research. She just didn't go into this blind and be like, hey, I'm going to destroy a haunted mirror. No, she really had a thought out plan, a plan that was like, hey, this might actually work. However, the show stealer in this movie are the kids. The kids are fantastic. I love the kids in this movie, especially the little girl. I loved everything about this little girl. Her reactions to when something scary would happen, even down to the clothes that she was wearing, just really fit the mood for this film, you guys. This is the first horror film I've seen in a long time where I walked out not impressed by like the scares, but impressed with the storytelling. The parallel storytelling in this is fantastic. Now, if you're looking for a film that's going to be scary, well, I would look somewhere else. Oculus isn't really a scary movie. It's not really a horror film in the sense of that it's going to make you jump out of your seat and scream so freaking loud. That's not Oculus. Oculus is definitely a psychological thriller that just lives in the mind. I mean, my psyche was being tore up during this film, you guys. Oculus is just so well crafted that I personally would recommend any horror fan to actually sit down and study this film because the direction is so fantastic. The parallel storylines are really, really good in this film, but especially the editing. The editing in this movie is so razor sharp and so just precise and moves so perfectly in this film that I think the editing in this movie is just one of the high key lights that I noticed in this film. I was just like, whoever edited this film did a fantastic job. Oculus proves that if you put the horror genre in the right hands, it can prove that horror movies can be so much more than just a cheap trick, and I love that about Oculus. It can really toy with the mind, it can be very plot driven, and that's everything I loved about Oculus. As the score goes, you guys, I'm going to give Oculus a strong 4 out of 5, you guys. So you guys, what did you think of Oculus? Did you really enjoy this movie, or were you disappointed in this movie? Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and until next time, you guys, I'm the Slash Movie Reviewer, and you guys have just been slashed.